Let's move on to the tiny story.
Okay.
And see how it ties into their philosophy. It seems like they're using science fiction as a metaphor for something. What did you take away from it?
Well, the story draws heavily on science fiction tropes, specifically from the show Babylon 5.
Right.
It talks about writers who are asleep to the truth and users who are actively engaged in shaping reality. It's a classic battle between passivity and agency.
So it's almost like a call to wake up and become a user, to reject the writer mentality and take control of your life.
Totally. But how do you think this story connects to their overall message of awesome life?
I think it's a way to illustrate the consequences of their philosophy. The writers who are passive and make bad decisions end up in a bad place, while the users who are active and engaged achieve awesome life.
And they even have these characters, Monster and Smiling Face, representing the challenges and rewards of this journey. It's a pretty clear-cut depiction of good versus bad, right?
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
okay,
let's take a closer look and see what else we can unpack. There might be some hidden clues within its science fiction metaphors that could shed light on their awesome life philosophy.
All right, let's delve into that story and see what secrets it holds.
So this tiny story, as they call it, really leans into those classic science fiction tropes. You know, it paints a picture of a world divided after some kind of catastrophic event, maybe a virus. On one side, you have those who are oblivious to the truth.
Right.
And on the other, you have those actively shaping their reality. It's a stark contrast.
And the terms they use, like writers and users.
Right. And here, the writers represent the masses blindly following this so-called awful elite. You know, they're portrayed as making these bad choices that lead to this bleak outcome.
Yeah.
But they never actually define what that bad place is, do they?
It's interesting that they leave it open to interpretation. Maybe it's a societal collapse. Whatever it is, it's clearly not a place you want to end up.
Leaving it vague allows the listener to fill in the blanks with their own fears.
Right.
Making the story even more impactful, it plays on that innate desire to avoid a negative outcome.
Yeah.
But then in contrast, you have the users, those who are aware, in control, and striving for this awesome life.
It almost sets up a challenge for the listener, like wake up, become a user, and avoid the fate of the writers, which is a very powerful message.
It is.
It reminds me of some of those like dystopian novels where people are controlled through fear and misinformation.
Yeah.
But they're not just telling a story here. They're offering concrete steps to avoid this bad place.
Exactly. And that's where those life hacks and curated content come in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're providing a blueprint for awesome life.
Yeah. They talk about Smiling Face and user working together to achieve awesome life, while Monster and writer are stuck in their own cycle of negativity. It seems like they're suggesting that finding a supportive community is essential for navigating this journey.
That's a key element of many self-improvement philosophies.
Yeah.
You know, having a supportive network can provide encouragement. Why do you think they're using science fiction as a framework for understanding the world and promoting their philosophy?
I think it taps into a sense of possibility, of imagining alternative futures. Science fiction often explores themes of change, transformation, and the impact of technology on society.
It allows them to present their ideas in a more engaging and thought-provoking way.
Yeah.
Instead of just listing life hacks, they're weaving a narrative, inviting the reader to become part of a larger story.
It's like they're saying, here's a vision of the future. Do you want to be a writer or a user? Do you want to passively accept the bad place, or do you want to actively create awesome life?
It's a powerful way to frame the choices we face, both individually and collectively.
And it connects to their tech background. They're not just promoting well-being. They're suggesting that technology can be a tool for achieving it. It's almost like a techno-utopian vision, where technology and human potential converge to create a better world. It's a conversation worth having, especially as technology continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace.
Absolutely. And it's a conversation that MoveToAwesomeLife seems to be initiating, whether intentionally or not.
So while this website might seem like a simple self-improvement guide on the surface, it's actually a much more complex and nuanced exploration of the challenges and opportunities we face in the digital age.
Exactly.